Alright, so this speech was for my best friend Bobby and his wife. They got married last August. And Bobby asked me to be his best man, so I thought I'd just wing the speech when I got there, which turned out to be a terrible, terrible mistake. What I want to do with this speech is to try to redeem myself a little bit. But the ceremony was held in the back lot at the Clearwater Resort, next to the Clearwater Casino, on Bainbridge Island, looking over at the Kagat Pass. It's a beautiful, sunny summer night. The sun has just set, or going to set. And people attending were lots of family members from both sides of the wedding. Let's see, Bobby's dad, specifically Bob is his name, so it's kind of... And then my girlfriend Rochelle was there too as a bridesmaid. Now what I hope to accomplish is, I want to honor Katie and Bobby on their special day and give some background about Bobby and how they both met. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For those who don't know me, my name is Patrick Wright. And tonight it's my great honor to be Bobby's best man. I would like to start off by saying, Katie, you look unbelievable today. 1 in a million. And Bobby, you look fantastic as well. And I know you're as happy as I am, Katie, that Rochelle helped us pick out our tuxes. I don't think Katie would have really appreciated the effort and time we spent finding those amazing green and pink plaid ones. This being my first best man toast, I thought I would do a little research to find out the proper way to give a best man speech. First, they say introduce yourself and tell a joke. So here's the joke. Why does a chicken coop have 2 doors? Because if it had 4 doors, it'd be a chicken sedan. That joke was the first thing I ever heard Bobby say. I remember that moment so clearly because he sang it to a girl we were both madly in love with. I remember spending countless hours learning to play guitar to impress her, only to have Bobby come in and swoop her away with his superior guitar playing skills. 7th grade was really rough on me sometimes. I wish I could remember the priest's name that pulled us apart during the fight. I thank him, because instead of sending us both home, he forced us to sit next to each other for the rest of the year. I know Bobby is still very thankful, because the priest saved him. Saved him from the biggest butt kicking of his life. And I was grateful, too, because as time passed, we became the best of friends, inseparable and almost indistinguishable from each other. Bobby's neighbors still tell stories about all the times we would spend together seeing who could light off the biggest sparkler bomb. And unfortunately, the rest of the time we spent together was explaining to Bobby's dad, Bob, why there were giant holes in his back lawn. And Bob, if you still might be looking for that fishing pole, the only explanation I might have for you is that it might have been in the boat that we might have sunk with a potato cannon. But probably not. This brings us to Bobby and Katie met. During the summers, Bobby would go visit his 3 cousin girls down in Vancouver, Washington. He would always come back and talk about how many great adventures he had with his 3 girl cousins, Ashley, Mel, and Katie. Unfortunately for me, he always neglected the fact to explain that these weren't his real cousins, but just lifelong friends. That neglected fact led to some very awkward conversations when he came back a few summers ago and told me he was dating Katie. At first I was surprised, appalled, and a little troubled, but after a few hours he convinced me that he wasn't dating his cousin. And at that moment I knew something was different. Because Bobby, you had a special gleam in your eye and a skip in your step. And finally, after 4 years of waiting, you finally got the nerve up to propose to Katie. Now today, I have the honor to stand next to you on this magnificent day. Bobby and Katie, I am so happy for your friendship, and for the friendship we have shared together, and I'm so proud of both of you. But before we raise our glasses to honor Katie and Bobby, I'd like to offer this Irish blessing. May the road rise to meet your feet. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warmly upon your face. May the rain fall softly upon your fields. May the light of friendship guide your paths together. And may the laughter of children grace your home. May the joy of living for one another draw a smile from your face and a twinkle from your eye. And when eternity beckons, at the end of a life heaped with love, may God the Lord embrace you. But for now, may your mornings bring joy and your evenings bring peace. May your troubles go few as your blessings increase. And may the saddest day of your future be no worse first and the happiest day of your past.